trial.
Yes, Judge. This was reset last time to determine if the state was going to have a cooperative complainant. They indicated they have reached out.
Here's where it gets interesting. The court is confirming the complainant's cooperation. Without a cooperative witness, the entire case could collapse. That's why this moment is so crucial.
She says she is. So I guess we need a trial setting.
All right. And are these cases going to be tried together?
Yes.
All right.
And we signed a waiver.
All right. So if you all will file your joinder of the cases,
Okay.
so that
I can
you're seeking to try them together, and you're not going to object to that. All right. So how long do y'all expect this trial to last?
Burden of proof's on the state. I have no idea how long their case is going to be, Judge. I'd ask them.
Based upon the charge with jury selection, probably 2 days.
I was thinking 3 just in case to be on the safe side.
All right. Ms. Ferguson, need a jury trial date, 3 days. And both of these cases will be tried together. Have you all signed an acknowledgement?
Mhm.
Okay.
We did that a couple settings ago. They've been looking for the complainant.
All right. Thank you. All right. Is November 18th good for you?
I'm looking. I may have a.
Let's see here. Norma, put it on the 17th. The 17th, we can do jury selection. So counsel, on the 17th, we'll do jury selection in the afternoon.
I was just double checking. I think that. Yeah, my trial is the week, a couple weeks before.
All right.
Okay, 17th?
Yes. So what will happen is on November 17th, you need to be here. And Norma, they can.
Notice the judge shutting the door on plea bargains, unless there's good cause. That means the defendants are basically locked into trial. No more last-minute deals to escape a harsher outcome.
Be here at, put it down for 1:30. And we will have jury selection at 1:30. Your plea deadline date has expired, so the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements in this case without good cause.
We
Otherwise,
never had a plea deadline, Judge, because we didn't, we
You wanted
accelerated
your
it for
trial.
them to try and find the complainant. Correct.
but do you
Yeah.
want a trial and not
Yeah.
an offer?
Yes.
So, no pleas in this case without good cause. Does everyone understand? Or otherwise, you'll have to plea open to the court. So if you come back on November 17th and start trial, I'm going to be expecting a trial, all right? And thank you all. You all always dress appropriately for court. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. So once you all sign the reset form, you're excused, and I'll have you back here on November 17th, and it'll be at 1:30.
Got it.
And counsel, if there are some motions that the court needs to hear, just set it with Ms. Ferguson and we'll hear those.
Perfect. Okay.
And if the motions, if you have no objections,
This part is huge. When there are co-defendants, one attorney usually can't represent both. Why? Because if things turn ugly, one might throw the other under the bus. That's why judges push for conflict waivers, to avoid mistrials mid-case.
your clients can appear by Zoom unless it's motions involving their testimony or something.
Got it. Oh, it's legal. Yeah, it's legal.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
All
I
right,
appreciate
you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, so what will happen in that case? Normally, this is what happens when you have someone and it's co-defendants. Normally, defense attorneys are not allowed to represent both of those parties because, for example, sometimes when rubber hits the road, people will say, I didn't do it. This is the person who did it. And if they're going to have conflicting defenses, then a conflict is raised and the defense attorney has to choose who they want to represent. In this case, I asked them to file a waiver if a conflict exists, because you don't want to be in the middle of a jury trial. Then all of a sudden somebody says, oh, there's a conflict. We can't go forward. Now, of course, if something new pops up, a conflict that maybe they didn't know existed, then I'll reconsider. Jose Ramon Alvarez, if you'll come forward, please. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Norma, recall this for September 29th. Your attorney is out.
Yes, ma'am. She's sick, I believe.
Okay. All right, so we're going to recall it back for September 29th. The coordinator will email her and she'll give you a reset form. And if some reason she is still out and we know beforehand, we'll reset it.
Yes, ma'am.
But for now, your recall date is September 29th.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. They're going to give you a reset form. Once you sign that, you're excused.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
And here's the drama. One defendant just flat out didn't show up. That's almost always a bad move. The judge instantly issues a warrant. Quick question. If you were facing trial, would you risk skipping court?
you so much.
All right. You're welcome. Court is calling 2025 CR 009404 State versus Leslie Diane Collins. Could I have parties announced?
Megan Galloway for the state.
Robert Online for Ms. Collins.
All right, this hearing was scheduled. Good morning.
Good morning, Judge.
This hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. In just one moment, let me review something.
And there are two cases, Judge.
I'm not going to call the other one because you're not the attorney of record on that case. All right, this case was scheduled at 9 a.m. It is now 9:31 a.m. The defendant has not made an appearance in the court. Deputy Laura, did you make an announcement?
Yes, she is not.
All right, defense, have you had any contact with your client?
It's been a couple months, Your Honor. And I was unable to call her or reach her for today's hearing.
Okay, and let me see here. All right, state.
We're requesting a judge's warrant, Your Honor.
All right, the court will grant the state's request and the court will issue a judge's warrant. Your client will be remanded without bond. If your client makes an appearance, the court will reconsider.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, you too, Judge.
All right, there's only a judge's warrant on that case number for that attorney. The other attorney is not present, so the court is not having a hearing on that second case yet. All right, Shelby Rodriguez. If you'll come forward, please. Hello, how are you doing?
Good morning.
All right. So your attorney is unable to appear today. So we're going to have to recall your case. He had a medical emergency. So what we're going to do is we're going to recall you for September 29th.
2 terabytes of discovery? That's massive. For context, that's like dumping an entire Netflix library onto a lawyer's desk. No wonder the defense is asking for an investigator. Sorting through that mountain of evidence is no small job.
All right. For dressing up appropriately for court and showing up on time. Once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused, okay?
May I confirm, Your Honor, that's for trial?
Yes.
Thank you.
Michael Ryan Keating,
Attorney's present, Your Honor.
and where is he?
Well, he has a court order allowing him to travel, and he didn't know that this was a motion to set on a warrant that just came out last week. He was trying to get on the front side of it. He's out of town for work.
So he's not here?
He's not here. I was trying to get the state to agree to a bond so we could get him,
Can't do it.
got to surrender himself.
Yes.
Okay.
And because of the new laws legally, he has to be here.
Okay.
All right.
Understood.
All right. Roberto Alejandro Monreal. All right. So where are we on discovery?
Judge, just recently, and I say recently, 10 days, 2 weeks ago, I got a 2 terabyte storage thing full of discovery.
Okay.
This morning, I hear there's more that just developed Friday.
This is the co-defendant to the case we had on, one of the co-defendants to the case
Mhm.
we had last week, where I let the court know that I was going to be meeting with the law enforcement agency and receiving additional discovery, which I did.
Mhm.
So I have another hard drive worth of discovery that we did not have before that I now need to tender to
And
Mr. Aguilar.
She asked me to bring I think another terabyte with the, another terabyte storage container, or data storage to bring.
Mhm.
And at the same time, while this is all going on, I would like the appointment of an investigator.
Okay.
I did file a motion sometime back. I have my copy.
All right. I'll sign your copy. I will tell you if it has been tendered to me, I sign all, make sure I've reviewed everything
Okay.
and signed everything, but just in case.
I It got filed in late August, I don't know.
Oh, then that should have been signed. If I sign all of them, I review all of the motions, and the ones that legally I can sign, I will sign them the same day I
We
receive.
just learned that you did sign back in March, an order for a psychiatrist.
Mhm.
That interview was done, but the psychiatrist said he didn't have a copy of the order. It hadn't been entered it properly or something. And he needed to do a follow-up evaluation.
All right, so what I want you to do before you leave here, if you'll go to the back and make sure that they have the order in the system, and this is that. All right, so what we're gonna do on this is the final setting for discovery. There will be no more settings for discovery. Norma? And if y'all decide to go to jury trial, this trial is probably going to end up happening perhaps in the new year. We shall see.
I was gonna say my second chair, who's not available today, is her calendar jammed all the way through. I think the last jury's possible is December 1st. I think we got, in another case, we have that last setting.
Well, of course, this is the 187, so we'll probably be in trial, but I realize
Yeah.
Megan is smiling. But I always give the staff a long Christmas break because I know people have to shop. Now I have to shop. You know, when you have little ones and Santa comes,
And
you got to do the shopping early. You can't say I'm going to shop, the day after when there's a sale, because they're like, "Where's Santa?"
And there are certain people that have to prepare certain foods.
There you go. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. In state, you need to be prepared to tender an offer on this day. Norma, recall this for November 3rd. That gives everybody an entire month to look through discovery and make sure everybody has everything. And state, you'll need to be prepared to tender an offer on that day.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything else?
You said October 3rd,
November 3rd.
November 3rd.
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Now, why should I be here when it's my birth month? I have no idea.
Well, is November your birth month?
Oh, yes.
Also, can we just come back in January then?
What are you doing here?
I'm here. My leg's hurting now. Bad.
All right, can you call Amy Owen back? All right, thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Hi, Adam.
So Judge, when do you want us back?
Well, I had said the 24th.
I'm gonna
but-
follow up with my doctor on Thursday or Friday if it's not significantly better, and then
So
hopefully avoid
if
any
you
surgery.
want, Amy Owen was here. She said the 29th actually works better for her. But I told her, I know you were going on an Alaskan cruise or something.
No, I took that trip. That was a couple weeks ago. Hmm?
Oh, no, she said this week on Wednesday. So my question is, are you available for the 29th?
Yes, ma'am, I can make it the 29th.
All right, Norma, and if you'll let your client know.
I will.
All right, Norma, put that on the 29th. And we'll do jury selection on that in the afternoon. Thank you. All right, Ruby Casares.
This is a tough moment. The bondsman is asking to get off the bond because the defendant hasn't been paying. In plain English, if you don't hold up your end of the contract, your freedom's at risk. The judge now has to balance fairness with accountability.
Hello, how are you doing?
I am doing good. How are you?
All right, who's your attorney?
Oh, I don't have an attorney. I'm just coming from parole to turn in paperwork to be seen by the judge to be signed.
Oh, no, that will probably need to be signed by a different judge. If you'll show the paperwork.
To her, and she'll send it
Yes, to
somewhere.
Ms.
Well, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Judge.
And they'll let you know if you even need to be here, because you may not need to be here, okay?
Judge, I have a client, Gage Guerra. He's scheduled for today.
Mhm.
I bonded him out on December 12th, give or take some time. He hasn't made a payment on the bonds or anything like that. And I've told him that he needs to make payments because I don't want the government, if I get audited, I don't want the government thinking that I'm going to pocket the money and not pay my taxes and stuff. He wants me to get off the bond. He knows he'll get rearrested and he wants a court-appointed attorney.
Okay. Gage Ashton Guerra.
Your Honor, but I haven't made a motion, but I'm doing an oral motion with your permission.
All righty.
And if you don't, well, we'll put it on the record, I guess, when.
Oh, yeah, we'll place it on the record.
Gage.
Hi, Mr. Guerra.
Hello, how you doing?
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
All right, so your attorney has told the court that he's on your bond and that you all have a contract and that you're not abiding by that contract. So when you're not abiding by contract, a bondsman is allowed to remove themselves from your bond. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So here's my question. Are you going to be able to afford an attorney?
Oh, ma'am.
So you're going to need one appointed to you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So this is what we're going to do. Once we go on the record, I'll make sure that we have those things taken care of. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Cisneros, I'm going to allow you to withdraw from his case because he can't afford to pay you. I'm going to appoint an attorney, but with regards to your being off his bond, I'm going to need a motion filed for that.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
And Your Honor, I don't mean to be a bad person or a bad lawyer or anything like that. I just wanted on the record that I posted his bond sometime early December, and he only paid a little bit less than half, I believe, and he hasn't made a payment since December of last year, of course. And I've told him several times, I don't want the government thinking that I may have gotten paid in cash and I didn't deposit it and I'm not paying my taxes. So I need to protect myself, and that's the only reason. And the only thing I asked the court, and I'll reiterate it once I file my motion, is not to increase the bond because obviously.
No. Here's the thing. When bondsmen are getting off of a bond because of contract disputes, normally the court keeps the bond as it is because there has been no issue other than payment with the bond.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if it's an issue of not reporting or something of that nature, then the court may take that in consideration. So we're going to get you another attorney. Just have a seat and then you can file to remove yourself from the bond.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. All right. Ruby Caceres, if you'll come forward. All right. So let me explain to you what's going on. Now, I'm not allowed to give you legal advice.
Okay.
But based on your documents, I can tell you where you need to go.
Okay.
All right. So you want to remain in this building, but you're going to go on the second floor.
Second floor.
And when you go to the second floor, and I'm going to highlight it on this form for you,
Okay.
because it'll tell you what your suite number is. So it's suite number 217. So that's where you need to go. But you don't have a case out of this court
Okay.
because you're on parole.
Okay, I
So
understand.
you don't need to come back here, all right?
I understand.
All right, so I've highlighted it. This is where you need to go. You're in the right building, but you're just on the wrong floor.
Okay,
So you want to go to the second floor,
understand.
all right?
Thank you. You have a good evening.
You too. And if you get lost somewhere on the second floor, just go into any courtroom and they'll be able to tell you where that is.
Understand. Thank you
All
again.
right, you're welcome. Bye-bye. All right. Mr. Giacorto?
Real quick, Judge. I think we had a hearing last Thursday. You wanted a location, and we so professionally wrote in a location.
I appreciate that. You know, that helps me out
Yeah,
greatly.
of course, Judge. Okay,
All right,
thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Gilbert Gonzalez. All right, so this is a compliance hearing. So usually compliance hearings are for people who are on probation and maybe there's some issues that need to be addressed. And I'll set compliance hearings to avoid someone being revoked because sometimes people there needs to be more communication. So, and I received this supplemental report and it'll tell me what it's about. All right.
Judge, may I?
Yes.
So the court received a supplemental report. The main issue with Mr. Gonzalez is he's not been available for his field visit. And speaking with him this morning, just getting overall what's going on with you. He said basically his only off day is Sundays. He's been working Monday through Saturday from something like 6 a.m., 7 a.m., all the way up until 7:30, 8 o'clock p.m. in the evening. I did express to him the importance of being available for his field visits. And in addition, I went ahead and made a phone call to the field visit manager to see if they do field visits on Sundays. They do field visits on Sundays, so I am going to request that